So hello, what is up guys, and welcome back to the channel. If you're an older subscriber or you've been subscribed to my channel for a long time, you would know that occasionally I like to sit down and take a break from usual content and just talk about real topics, talk about things that are actually going on, and use my platform to break the wall almost behind me as an influencer, or whatever you want to call me, hate that word, and you guys at home, the audience, to update you guys on me as a person. And this is nothing new, I've done it quite a few times. There's been some more emotional ones than others. It might get a bit vulnerable today, I'm just going to pre-warn you. So if you are just subscribed to my channel or just a follower for the actual entertainment content and the laughs and the jokes and all that, I completely understand if you don't watch this video. This is more for the real viewers at home. They kind of want some more insight into my life, that are open to talk about vulnerable situations and mental health and breaking that stigma behind toxic masculinity. Talking about how you feel is so important, and it's not done enough. Especially online, as you know. A lot of people in the place of influence like to talk on everything positive. They'll show you the highlights of their life. And today, I kind of just wanted to feel reconnected with you guys as an audience. And you guys have been amazing support-wise. Generally, absolutely insane. I've never felt so disconnected, if that makes sense. So I thought I'd make another one of these videos. And yeah, just get a bit transparent, really. It's never easy. YouTube for me is also a platform that I have been making videos on since I was 12, 13 years old. I used to upload every single day when I was 13 to 14 at school. And I've always shared this journey. Going from a small seaside town in Devon to moving up here in London 2 years ago. And a lot's changed since then. I feel like I've grown in certain ways, and I've also lost touch of certain things. And that's why I like to make these videos, to kind of bring it all together again. To just update you guys really, and talk about real stuff. And I know a lot of you guys at home feel very similar to me. We're pretty much the same age. We're all going through stuff that I feel like isn't talked about enough. And that kind of puts a block on feeling like you can talk about things, especially as a male. I think it's very important to really open up and talk about how you feel, just to break that stigma, because it's jarring, it's really annoying. This is gonna be a little interesting one. So I've got some topics I wanna talk to you guys about. It's gonna be more uncut, it's gonna be more chill. So grab a coffee, grab a tea, grab some tissues, whatever you really need. So I feel like I've matured a lot in the past year, due to lots of different things. Are these lights flicking? Is that gonna be jarring? But yeah, I feel like I've matured in the past year more than I ever have. I feel like I've seen a lot of things, I've learned a lot of things, I've gone through a lot of things. A lot of people have left my life. I've lost quite a few people in the past few months. And it's really one of those things that makes you reevaluate yourself and kind of appreciate how precious time is. And I feel like a year prior to that, I was very caught up in this bubble. I was very caught up in this industry. I was very caught up in being this social character. I've always said this, I love making YouTube content. If I could just make the content and not have to deal with a large amount of people in this scene, I don't like the intentions behind a lot of them. But I feel like I've kind of matured and yeah, understand what I really want to do. I've been trying lots of new things, as you might be aware of with the music stuff, but I'll get onto that in a little bit. I've been creating content now for about 7 years. It's gone from gaming to vlogging to whatever this is now. And when I talk about creating content in a not in a negative way, don't ever think that I'm not overly grateful for the position that I'm in. I have never felt so blessed to be in a position in my life. It just gets very confusing. It gets very confusing if you're surrounded by a lot of people in this world that don't really appreciate what they do have. I know there's millions and millions and millions of people that would die to be in a position that we are. Because you're so caught up and surrounded by it all the time, it's very hard to break that and kind of sit back and understand. So that's why I've been taking into different things, and I've been spending a lot of time with other people outside of this industry, and it makes me super happy. It really makes me happy. Like, I have never been in such a great headspace, feeling super positive. I feel like everything is in my favor, and some great opportunities are around the corner. 2020, very slow start to the year. Very long January. It's been a breath of fresh air, I believe. I'm now 20 years old. Oh, halfway to 40. It's weird. I know 19 to 20 isn't much, but when I sit down, I go, oh, I'm 20 now. You know, should I have a family in 4 or 5 years? I don't actually know. It's been an amazing start to the year, honestly, and you guys are massively to thank for that. These opportunities wouldn't occur, and it's very cliche, but I generally want to talk on a real level with you guys about it. Like, I wouldn't be able to live this lifestyle, do what I want to do every single day if it wasn't for you guys behind it. Do you know what I mean? I wouldn't be able to do this if there was no one behind the camera watching, and you guys are doing that. So once again, I want to thank you guys a ridiculous amount. It is massively appreciated. But I also feel like I'm taking my journey kind of outside of YouTube, but still on YouTube. And this is where it comes to the struggle of, I've got loads of different industries that I'm working on and want to progress in, but do I film that content? Do I enjoy that content? Do you know what I mean? It's very hard to find a real balance. But also I've had a lot of things that I've had to come back from. I've had a lot of things that have pulled me back, and I feel like I got lost a little bit for a while. I got caught up in a lot of things that were so accessible. I'm not also going to go into detail too much about what these things are, but I will describe everything else, if that makes sense. But I've been caught up in my head a lot, and I haven't been helping myself. Now, these are the things that I wanted to address on my platform, because I know it's not just me that does this. Why not use my platform to be vulnerable, to make you guys understand that we're both feeling similar? It's not to talk about things that I've been going through because I want to share and want you guys to know even more. It's more about me being in this position, showing the true side to me and how vulnerable I am, so you guys understand that you're not on your own. Does that make sense? So we'll be getting into addictive stuff a bit later. It's gonna, I'm kind of worried, low-key. Music has been the best escape of my own head that I have ever had in my life. And the fact that you guys are just accepting me wanting to create something new, and there's always that stigma behind a YouTuber trying to do something else. I feel super grateful that you guys have kind of just let me be and let me do my thing, and you guys have really supported that, and it means the absolute world to me. I've got some great friends in music, I've met some amazing people, and there is new music to come. There should be a track coming out in about 2-3 weeks. There'll be an official release date over my Instagram, so if you haven't followed that already, it will be here. It'll also be down in the description. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've played guitar for 7-8 years, but I've never actually created something of my own. Finally having the resources and the great people around me, I'm able to do that, and you guys are actually supporting it. It means the absolute world to me. So thank you so much for all the support on the music. If you do want to check out anything, it'll be over my Spotify, which is my full name, Spencer Elmer. There's no gimmicks, there's no alter ego, it's literally just another creative offload. Yeah, keep an eye on that. I've got loads of new stuff coming. And also I want to talk about anxiety. Anxiety is something that I really kept you guys up to date with very briefly, only in a few videos, but I think a lot of people are very aware about it. A lot of companies message me about mental health and anxiety and all these different things, and this links into addiction as well. Anxiety is something that I, not so much in certain situations, but I'll catch myself off guard a lot of times and not feel like I should be in a scenario, or not feel good enough to be surrounded by certain people. In certain social situations, I'm more nervous than I should be. I feel like I need to act a certain way, or I'm just too quiet, or I'm bugging out in my own head too much. Do you know what I mean? And I'll start sweating and I'll get really nervous, and it's something that I've always dealt with. And it's a lot to do with self-confidence. It's a lot to do with the pressure of social media, and if I'm speaking to someone that knows about my profile and knows about this, it's very hard because they've already made a judgment on me. Do you know what I mean? They've already made a judgment on this character that they presume I'm going to be. So I feel like I have to live up to that, and if I'm not that, I'm someone else, and it's this and it's that. And this constant thought process, my mind is working at 1,000 miles per hour in every social situation. I'm thinking way too quickly and worrying about everything, and it's horrible. It's horrible. But I want to say I've not helped myself in a way by trying to rely on certain things to calm me down and sort me out. I've really not helped myself. I've got a very addictive personality, so if I find that something works for my anxiety, or feels like something makes me relax and, you know, unwind, then subconsciously I'm just gonna do it as much as I can because it makes me feel better about myself. For anything that's good, there's always gonna be a downside to it, or a side effect or anything like that. And I kind of self-indulge myself into that world, that I kind of became this really introvert version of myself, and it was very difficult. It was very difficult. I got to a point where I was relying on certain things I haven't even spoke to friends about or family about, and it's super difficult to talk about. It's so hard to come onto camera and smile all the time if when I'm waking up in the morning I feel awful every single morning. And also I want to pre-warn you, I'm not a crack addict, I'm not a drug addict, none of this. This is something that I don't want to talk about. I'm not addicted to drugs, I'm completely fine. I don't want to get into what I'm on about, if that's okay with you guys, okay? I'm just talking about how it's affected me. I'm a kid, I'm not a teenager anymore. I'm in this world in London where everything's so accessible. You have a lot more free time. I'm not working a 9 till 5, I'll choose my own hours. So in the downtime hours, it's hard to take a step back because social media is so moreish, it's so addictive as well. Healthy addictions and unhealthy addictions. By trying to help myself and get rid of this anxiety and get rid of all these thoughts in my head, I've made it 10 times worse without realizing. And that's over a space of a year and a half. I can now say that I have sorted myself out, and I'm feeling better than I ever have. And that's why I feel like these opportunities are coming, because I'm in a more positive headspace. I don't want to get too into it, but I also want to talk about how I can help you guys by my experience, okay? And my experience has been horrible. It's hard to open up about things that are so personal. These have really messed up my head and almost increased my mental health to a point where I was so unaware, because I was trying to push it away so much, it was only getting bigger. I wasn't stepping out of the situation and looking at it and being like, this is silly. This is unhealthy. I can't talk to certain friends about it, and I can't talk to certain family members about it. I can't talk to anyone about this. So you're very on your own with it. Really, really value your time and how you spend it. There's always an alternative to everything, and there's always a better solution. Making a change was the best thing for me. I can't describe. Very difficult, but I've never felt much better. I go to bed now just being super thankful, counting everything that I'm grateful for, and I am just ready. I am so ready to get my life back almost. Jesus. And just smash it. I am so motivated to take my journey somewhere else that's so positive and express all these feelings that I've been talking about through my music and my clothing and different sort of content. Talking to a camera makes me feel so much better, and hopefully by watching this, if you don't understand what I'm on about and you think I'm just waffling, that's cool. But if you do understand what I'm on about, I want you guys to leave this video with some real good intentions to do better. So, whether you think I was waffling or not, I feel 100% better for talking to you guys about it. And I hope you guys understand where I'm coming from. This is something that I wanted to get off my chest, and I've been hiding for a good year or two. Massive, massive love and support to everyone that stick by me. This is obviously a one-off video as always. I do this once every 6 months to a year. Thank you guys again for the amazing support. I'm so glad I could sit here and talk to you guys about it. And hopefully this has helped at least one person. My job's done. I feel like a weight's just been lifted. Thank you guys so much for just sitting and listening to me waffle for about too long. I don't even know if this video is going to make sense. Leave some comments down below, let's have a conversation. Talk about how you're feeling. My Instagram's going to be here. Feel free to message me. I will try and get back to as many as possible. But talking and offloading is the best way to analyze what you're thinking. Yeah, damn. It's like a therapy session. But yeah, I love you guys so much. Thank you for supporting. Yeah, subscribe if you are new and all those things. I'm so excited for the future. I've never been so excited. Everything's working in my favor. And I'm so grateful for it again. So, love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you guys in the comments. Peace.